And me with my sense of humor, I go in there to first meet the doctor, a couple weeks before this, and he tells me what he's going to do.
He took you to dinner,
and I looked at him
no dinner,
and I said, well, hell, all the times I stand around with my head up. You think someone would have told me to take a flashlight and have a look around, and we wouldn't even have to be here? And he looked me square in the eyes and goes, okay, that's a new one. I haven't heard that one. I said, dude, you ain't met me. Trust me, this ain't going to be the last. I'm laying on the the surgical bed. Well, they just wheel the bed in. They don't they don't even take you off the bed. They
just wheel you right in.
They just wheel the bed that you're into. You just have to lay on your side, and I'm looking. I just want to let you know you're ruining my perfect record. He says, "What's that?" I said, "Well, this is 3 years. I'm 53 years old, and I've never had anything shoved up my butt. And I grew up in theater and worked in radio for 10 years. So there. There it is. First one ever. We all know. Seriously. A standing ovation." I heard them all laughing, and the next thing I know, I was waking up in recovery.
Yeah, your doctor, he might have drugged you a little.
I didn't think they might have just to shut me up.
Yeah, maybe.
I guarantee you, somewhere on the internet, there's unflattering pictures of with various things.
Please.
of Madman with various things.
Yeah.
Is a hot dog considered a sandwich? Or is it a sandwich?
No.
No what?
No, a hot dog is not a sandwich.
I say yes, it is.
No.
I think it is.
I say it is.
The hot dog itself is not a sandwich.
It is.
We're talking a hot dog in the bun.
So
is
you're
that
talking
a sandwich?
Hot dog.
Wait, what are we talking about now? Hot dogs and buns? What?
Hot dogs and buns.
A hot dog in a bun. The full food, the hot dog, not just the Frankfurt. No, it's not.
Hot dog.
It's a sandwich.
So
No,
you have
it's not.
two pieces of bread, right?
Yeah, no. You
Yes.
don't.
You
You have one
is a
piece of
split
bread
roll.
that is
Sandwiches.
split and wraps around it.
And it
That's
has-
not a
Making
sandwich.
it a sandwich.
A filling in between.
No, let me finish.
By
Let me finish.
definition.
Let me finish. Let me finish. This is why I
There's
say
gonna be a war
now.
here soon.
If it was if it was two separate slices, I've made a hot dog sandwich.
Wait a minute.
I've actually made hot
You just
dogs.
said it doesn't
sliced
exist.
No. I've made a hot dog sandwich because I've sliced the hot dogs down the middle, laid them on a piece of bread.
I've done that.
And put another piece of bread on top of it.
I've done that.
Now it's a sandwich. If it's wrapped up in its roll, which is really only one piece and just hinged at the back, that's not a sandwich.
Yeah, it is. By definition.
I don't think so.
It's a
Yes.
sandwich.
I don't
Here's
believe it.
why I think it's a sandwich. You have bread, which is a key component of every sandwich. You have a meat product. I'm not going to say it's meat. I don't know what the hell's in a hot dog.
Nobody really knows.
I don't want to know at this point.
It's filling.
Well, anyway, JB, so we're going to talk conspiracy theories, and I know that you are rather fond of them, and you're pretty damn good at them, to be honest with you. So,
well, I've been told I'm crazy a couple of times.
well, okay, we'll just go there. Yes, that's why
We
have you
didn't
on
say
the
that,
phone.
so.
Well, it goes with
Not
the
on the air.
territory, but
I'll
all
admit it,
been,
I did.
Yeah, we've all been crazy once in a while.
I'm crazy often, but I've learned how to be like legally crazy, so I'm uninterrupted.
So, what's one of your favorite conspiracy theories?
well, I'm not. Honestly, I'm very fascinated with the whole flat earther movement. It's really interesting.
What?
Wait, is that for real?
Yeah, it is. It's crazy because I thought these people were nuts. at
They
first,
are.
right?
They are nuts.
But
They are.
Wait a minute.
I started.
Are you one of these people?
No, I'm not. I'm one of those people that I just like to read people's beliefs.
Okay.
Okay.
And,
All right, so-
and I watched a couple of videos, and it was really compelling stuff.
All right.
So
what's
question.
okay? Go ahead.
Question real quick, JB. Do you believe the
Yeah.
Earth is flat, or do you believe the Earth is round?
I honestly don't know.
That is a strong
new
statement.
perspective.
Yeah.
That is a strong statement.
perspective.
Okay. You know what? I actually want to know more about this. So, JB,
Okay.
you talked about watching a lot of videos and things like that. Like, what makes you believe that there is a possibility that the Earth could be flat?
Chips
Now I want cookies.
Seriously, you always want cookies.
That's not my problem. That's not my fault.
You always want
That
cookies,
is-
and
yeah.
then when you're out of cookies, you
I
go.
want more
you,
cookies.
You text Kitty a picture of your empty Darth Vader cookie jar, and yeah.
And stupidly, I make them.
And stupidly, she makes them to
Not
fill it up.
stupidly. Just
Okay, you're right. Not stupid. Lovingly.
They were
Lovingly.
Very nicely put back
Lovingly.
into the Darth Vader helmet. Like the Darth Vader fairy had visited me. You know?
Great.
I feel like the Darth Vader fairy would bring...
Okay, 53 Shades.
I've moved on to
Aren't we
53.
up to 54?
Oh, yeah,
53
I think we're up to
shades.
54
Ooh.
now.
I wonder if I'll reach 69 tonight.
Wow.
I may as well go for gold. If I'm already at 54,
Well, if you're gold, might as well go for platinum.
I may as well.
Go for plaid.
Yeah,
Go for plaid.
And in 2007, on the same date, the 27th, Michael Vick pleaded guilty for dogfighting.
Michael Vick.
I remember that one.
Amazing athlete.
Yes, amazing athlete. A lot of people can never forgive him for what he did, and I understand that. And I have a problem with that too because I love animals. But my theory was when that happened and he went away, I was like, good for him. He served every bit of his time. Didn't get off early.
Right.
He served every bit of his time. Wanted to come back. The NFL says, well, if you're going to do that, you have to do this, and this. He did
it all. Did it
this,
all. Yep.
this, and this.
Yep.
He earned his way. As far as I'm concerned, he earned his way back.
I remember you saying that
and
back-
then it
that
turned
back
out,
then, too.
Right. I have a couple of friends who were Eagles fans, but as soon as the Eagles picked him up, they're like, I'm never going to root for the Eagles again. I'm like,
Shame
okay,
on them.
whatever.
He's human, made a mistake.
Yeah. I mean,
paid
there are
for
other
it.
reasons not to root for the
Sure.
Eagles, and
Well,
trust
yeah.
me, I know because I'm an
Yeah.
Eagles fan.
Yeah.
The fact that they suck.
Hands down, one of the most talented to play that position ever.
Absolutely.
I've seen so many documentaries and so much stuff about Michael Vick and his career and how, amazing.
And
amazing
every
what
interview
he could do.
you had after, he was so humble.
Right.
If you asked him about the trouble he got into,
Yeah.
he wouldn't blow it off. He would talk about it. He's like, look, yes, I did that. I made a mistake. He wouldn't shy away from it. He just accepted the fact that he screwed up, and he was moving on, and he was always a humble man about it afterwards.
He took responsibility for what he did.
Yeah, and that's something that doesn't happen anymore, is it?
No.
So-
Right, well, I
it's
think a
always
lo-
anybody else's fault now.
I have a lot of respect for him. I really do.
A lot of that was just how he was brought up also. I don't know if you get into the story and all that. He was
Yes.
brought up
No,
around that.
yep.
It wasn't such
Right.
a terrible thing.
Yeah, it's
you
not
know?
like he just went right.
Right.
Exactly.
It's not just he just like, hey, I don't like dogs. Let's
Yep.
torture them.
Exactly.
Yeah. This is a dangerous question. This is a bleeping. This is a bleep nightmare. This is gonna be so bleeping. I know. All right. So,
What
so if
body
you're-
part do I wish I would just be able to detach?
Detach
I
and-
would have to say, the obvious part. That way, every once in a while when I would have to like sit a certain way or move a certain way, I wouldn't have to worry about hurting myself. Yes.
Or you'd never have to get up to go to the bathroom again. You just detach and throw it like a boomerang. Right?
No, that wouldn't work
No.
because everything would still be inside of you that has to come out.
Oh, yeah,
So
that's-
you just
that's
wouldn't be
true.
able to aim it as well.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
Niagara
then
Falls.
It's right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sometimes I wish we could detach your tongue.
Yeah,
Oh,
there
a
we
lot of
go.
people wish they could
Yeah.
detach my tongue.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one. I think I'm going to stay Switzerland on this one.
Oh,
Yeah.
you wuss.
Yeah, I'm a big wuss on this
You
one. Yeah.
wuss.
Yeah, I have so many thoughts going through my head. I can't narrow down to one. You know what got me through?
What's that?
Legacy Coffee.
You know what got me
Yeah.
through?
Good stuff.
Booze.
Shout out to Booze and Legacy Coffee. Shout out.
Goes well with Legacy Coffee, actually.
Love it. Yeah.
Depends on which one you put in it. Yes, it does.
Yes.
I'll tell you, the French vanilla in a cocktail dress to go pick up the mail every day was fantastic. It was the only way I was getting to, through my entire collection was just dressing up to go annoy the
The
mailman.
Snorkis friends, she is not kidding.
No, she's not.
No, I'm
she's
not.
really not. She was one that was stuck at home.
Yeah.
We were lucky. We actually, with what we
Yeah,
do,
we were lucky.
We were working the whole time through. So
I'd have
we
liked
didn't
a few
have
weeks
that.
off.
We were allowed
Yeah,
out for
actually, it would've been
pendulum.
nice.
We were allowed out for pendulum. We were considered essential because we feed the homeless. So that was great. But my regular job, which is one of the things that supports pendulum, they were like, no, you're non-essential. I'm
Yeah,
like,
right.
really? You should tell that to the people I work with.
Yeah.
Yeah, deal. Yeah. Anyway, Legacy got me through. Just saying. I mean, I don't want to get
That's
on
ridiculous.
on people's topic, and take a side, but I mean that's part of history. And whether you think good, bad, whatever.
You know what? That's why you leave it up, because you get to you show the kids, hey, look, this guy, he was a good general. I mean, that's why his stature was up there. He was just on the wrong side, and well, what was he a general of? Well, son, he was a general for the Confederate Army. Well, what were they?
What's that?
Well,
Right.
they were, and then you tell them about everything, and
Except today you say, he was general of something that didn't exist. Don't worry about it.
Right, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's
and then in another 20 years, when it comes around again, because those that don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it, and they're going to have only themselves to blame. And that's all I'm saying about that.
Yeah. Me too. It just.
But then they want to take down the statue of like Lincoln and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, he's the one that.
Yeah. Well, they don't want it. And now he symbolizes a statue that you can't have up.
Right.
So,
even though he was a hero to the people that are trying to tear down the other ones. I don't.
What kind of statues can we keep anymore?
I don't know.
Ones? Pretty soon, what do you think? Liberty? Statue
Just
of Liberty?
the Washington Monument, which, and actually they're trying to cancel him too.
Yeah.
But at least that monument, only thing it looks like is a big, enormous.
Slap sink.
I was thinking people my age and above, and that's where you get into actual senior citizens. When I say above, because technically I could join.
Not far above.
Technically, I could join AARP if I wanted to this year, but I'm like, I'm not ready for that. No, I'm good.
No shame in that. There's no shame in AARP.
No,
just saying.
Absolutely not.
No,
but it's not something you like. Oh yeah, now I can just.
It's another club you get into.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
I still can't go out.
Forward to it.
I still can't go out and eat dinner at 4:00 in the afternoon just to save a couple of bucks. I'm not there yet.
I could do that.
I'm not there yet. First of all, I'm not hungry at 4:00 yet. Because I had lunch at around 1.
I'm hungry all the time.
But, there is that.
Yeah.
But anyway, they were saying that people, even my age and above, are more and more saying they would rather text than talk on the phone anymore.
I'm one of them. I hate talking on the phone.
Oh, no.
I hate it.
No.
And nobody likes my texting, but I hate it.
Nope.
No, I can't. I don't want to be on the phone.
No.
What? You know what? You like phone?
Yep.
Why?
Well, first of all, my sense of humor.
Well, I like that. It doesn't
It
translate.
does not
translate
well to the written word, and I have offended people
who cares
greatly, and people that I didn't want to.
Oh, okay. So that's
because it's like I was throwing one of my little quips, and they're like, "What's that supposed to mean?" I'm like, "Oh, here we go."
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to call. I text them. I'm going to call you now and explain.
Texting so much faster.
No,
so much faster.
No, not for me.
No, well,
no.
You got sausage fingers.
No, actually, that's just it.
No,
look at these.
You like sausage?
I actually have, for a guy, I have small hands. Your glove is probably large, extra large.
Big, extra large.
Yeah,
yeah.
My glove is small/medium.
Well, I mean, that's
okay.
Size
and. That's just
size of the glove doesn't matter.
That's the way it's just always been. Wait, I'm not
so
complaining. Hey, look. When I'm standing there in the public men's and I got my willy in my hand and I'm
makes
going,
it look bigger, right? With your small hands.
It makes it look bigger.
You should put both hands on
it. Let's face it. It's there are some advantages to having smaller hands, but other than that, still those little keyboards.
Yeah. Well, that's the two fingers. That's your thumbs.
Yeah, I know.
You're doing the thumb method. That's
now. Back
you're
when
doing two thumb, multiple. They don't do those sideways keyboards.
Several years ago, there was a device called a BlackBerry.
Yeah, I hated those.
Well, they were the first. I liked them and the early Nokia flip phones that you opened up for an actual virtual, not a keyboard. Virtual, but an actual small hard keyboard. Yeah. That I could do because the tactile response, I could tell when my thumb was centered over the key I wanted to press.
Gotcha. Okay.
There are so many times I'm pressing and I'm not quite over it.
You can't spell. That's a big part of it.
That's just, I'm a very good speller. That's just it. That's what annoys me, because then I have to go back.
Being a busy professional often means early mornings and late nights. That's why I kickstart my day with a hot cup of Legacy coffee. With its bold flavor and boost of energy, I power through my day. I don't know where I'd be without my legacy. It's shipped free to my door, and every purchase donates to charity. Order your Legacy coffee today by going to legacybrewing.shop. Link in the description of this podcast.
And correct everything because I won't send. If I see it, I won't send it.
Do you ever hit the microphone button and just talk into it? And just bam. Then you just speak it out like you're on the phone.
Does it
and
actually
sends
work?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I mean,
yeah, I'll have to try
try
it.
it a little bit. Try it.
Yeah. So no, I don't like that. Plus the fact because I type slower on that, especially if I'm in a group.
Yeah,
And you've experienced this.
I have.
You've texted me.
And then 3 hours later,
No, not 3 hours later. I
3.5
start to
hours.
reply. Meanwhile, you've sent 2 more.
right? That's
So
what-
now I'm getting behind.
Yeah.
And then I finally yell in big honking letters, stop. And you know you will not hear from me the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Do the flat earthers have like a cube for a globe?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Is it flat and multi-sided? I never asked that. That's
That's
actually,
a
that's
good
actually a
question.
good
It's
More
question
like
to
a
have.
petri dish, I think, or a clock.
What cracked me
Well, the
up
world
was
is a
on
petri dish
their,
right now, but that's
It is,
besides the
yeah.
point.
on their Facebook page. They wrote, "We have members all around the world," and like people are circulating it and sending it back to them.
I love it. That's
Yes.
hilarious.
And I'm like,
Full
oh my
commitment.
stars.
Full commitment.
We are the flat earthers, and we have members from all around the world. Right there, you just gotta
Yeah.
kick somebody in
they're
the
brilliant.
PSNORKIS.
Well, I'm looking forward
Does
to
that
her.
really say that?
Yes, it
Oh
really
my
said that.
God, that's
Because I took a
hilarious.
picture of it and I sent it to
That
him.
is hilarious. That's funny.
Did he defend it? How do you defend that?
You don't
You
want to
don't.
know what the conversation goes.
Ooh, got heated.
I
Yes,
want to know
that's
how they
right. Yeah.
explain gravity then.
There is no gravity.
There isn't?
No.
What is
No, there's not.
No, there's
No?
no such
It's a
thing as
theory.
gravity.
it? Okay.
Yeah, it's just a theory. What do we know?
That's true.
No, seriously, they
So
do not
far,
believe
it's
in
worked,
gravity.
but
That's true.
They
that's
believe
true.
somehow that the flat Earth is just pushing through space at such a speed that it
It's
sticks us
holding you
to the
down.
it holds you down.
Ah.
so
and
who's
yet
on the
it doesn't.
bottom?
And yet it doesn't mess my hair.
I don't know. I want to find out.
I would
A rocket?
think the wind would mess my hair with that.
I would like
Exactly.
instant blow
Could you
dry.
imagine Roger's
No, no,
hair with
wait.
that, with a wind like
There's
that?
a dome. No, they say there's a firmament, which is a dome over the flat Earth, and that's why we don't like get wind blown off. However, if you're down in Antarctica, they're afraid for the penguins because they might fall off the edge. However, I don't understand how they can fall off the edge if there's a firmament that blocks everything in.
Wow.
The edge of firmament. Nice.
The edge of firmament.
I think my PSNORKIS is broken.
Holding too high up.
It's just limp. That's all.
Got to hold them down
Get
the
some
bottom.
blood flow.
It is limp.
There you go.
Anybody got any liquid Viagra I could put on it?
Boy.
There it is.
You want to?
What else happened? in
Yeah,
history?
You know what they say? If you shake it too many times, you're playing with it.
That's right. There's nothing wrong with
Look at the
that.
smile on that PSNORKIS.
I know he's
Nothing
very
wrong with
happy.
Nothing wrong with that.
Playing
It
with your
conforms to the norms of society. I know that the psychiatrist told me that.
My happy little PSNORKIS.
Yeah, nice.
We have some birthdays this week.
Hey.
Yes.
Yeah, Petey's.
Say-
Hey, happy birthday,
Yes,
Petey.
happy
Petey to the
birthday.
rescue.
Yay,
Yay.
All right.
You know what? I went down to USA Kilts on Saturday with my neighbor Roger and got a new kilt because I have a wedding that's coming up in about a month. And like everybody else during this time of the Chinese virus, I put on some weight last year. So I realized, oh no. And it was requested. In fact, nay, it was demanded. It's like, you have to wear your kilt, Uncle Mick. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you can't say no.
And I
to
put
that.
it on. I'm like, oh no. So went down, shelled out some money, and it'll be here by then. So, but anyway,
You need a kilt extender.
they do actually make
Wow.
straps for that, but
Yeah.
it
It
That's
doesn't lay
not the
right.
same.
it ruins a lot because
Yeah.
of the way it's pleated and
Yeah.
everything. It really it's not nice.
Doesn't lay right.
Yeah, I can't wear because I'm a little large in the middle. I can't wear like a regular sporin chain. You know, the sporin, the bag that
Yeah.
the man purse, whatever you want to call it, which
The
is
nut
which
sack.
is what
Not
it
the-
was.
not the
Well,
nut sack.
It's like the nut
It's
sack. It
like
covers the
that.
nut sack
Oh,
actually. When you
wow.
sit down, it keeps the kilt from riding up. But anyway, I can't wear the kilt chain because it kind of comes down and then it kind of like goes
It digs.
down the crease and
Yeah.
it like shows off. So I actually use the sporin hangers which hang down from the belt and then clip onto the bag, and it just lays there nice and flat and doesn't spoil the front end of the apron of the kilt. So,
Nice.
but anyway, so and no, I don't wear heels with that because
Liar.
yeah.
Did you get new gillies?
Actually, I did because I didn't. The other ones were the cheaper ones when I got them, and they used to hurt my feet. So yeah, I got new ones on Saturday. I got the better ones. Yeah, I invested in a couple things. Got a nice new jacket and everything. It's basically almost the whole outside.
Wear it on Saturday. Wear it Saturday when we're podcasting.
Probably won't even be here by then.
Oh, well,
no.
That stinks.
And again, it doesn't exactly play on radio, does it?
It'll play on us.
I mean, sitting behind you is my Mandalorian helmet. I could wear that and nobody would know it. I
would know it.
Well, yeah, because it would change my voice a little bit because I'll be inside the mask like this.
Yeah.
But, and no, that wasn't actually me putting the helmet on. I just held my hands in front of my face.
Dr. Mike sounds like Darth Vader when he does his.
And when I sleep.
And when you sleep.
just like that.
That's just a CPAP machine. That's all that is.
Just hooked up to all sorts of things when I sleep.
You know what? Well,
you liked it?
I'm up and down with Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
I like his acting ability. He is very, very good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's a little weird.
Yeah, well.
I don't think he was guilty of what he was accused of. Myself, when I'm hearing all the other stuff and all the other evidence, well, that's not for me to judge that. But I just think he's weird. But acting wise, I like watching.
Yeah, me too.
I like the Pirates movies. I used to like 21 Jump Street back in the day.
That. Yep.
But oh no, I forgot what started me. See, I do that. I've always done that all my life. I've done that. What were we?
That he was friends
with
with Charlie.
and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
Did you ever read the book?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I read the second book.
I read the book back in school.
I think I started with the book.
And I read the book before I saw the movies. The one with Johnny Depp was more in line with the book.
Okay.
It was the book made the original one is darker than what you see with Gene Wilder.
Yeah, for sure.
It is. I mean, it's a happy story and stuff like that, but it's got its darker origins.
I think I just like Gene
and stuff like
in that role better.
But so I actually thought the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, once I saw it and I got over and I remembered, wait, this is more like the book, and I stopped comparing the two.
Yeah.
I was able to appreciate it for what it was.
I'll have to see it again.
But nothing beats nothing beats seeing Gene Wilder in the purple top hat and everything.
Hilarious.
Fantastic. Just great.
He had a string of awesome movies.
Oh yeah.
Like Hear No Evil, See No Evil.
Yeah.
That one's great. That one's classic.
Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
One of the things I like to do is play chess. And to me, chess is like a wheelhouse. I have to see 7 moves down how that move is going to affect me. And people hate that about me because I do that at work. I'm like, I need 5. I go out, I throw it up in the wheelhouse, and I actually do that. Because I'm
As
weird.
a visual.
Yeah. I just throw it like, you're throwing, confetti. But then I can see where I need to move things to make this all happen. And people are like, there's something wrong with you. I'm like, you have no idea.
It's nothing. I don't think there's anything wrong with you. I think it's amazing that you have the capacity to look beyond the moment.
Some people have that analytical mind, others don't.
Yeah.
And I think to some degree it's can be taught, but some of it is innate. You just kind of come with it. It's built in. Like the ability to do mathematic products.
And some people like me have that analytical mind, but sometimes I let the emotional part of me get ahead of that analytical mind.
Mm-hmm.
I react before I like, hey, let's think about this real quick. And sometimes, some people are wired that way, and that's the way I'm wired.
And they will tell you men and women are wired differently. We tend to be more emotional. You guys tend to be more analytical. But there are women like you who can squash that emotional portion and say, you know what, let's take a look at this for what it is.
It's
and
really hard.
Let me take my emotional self out of this and just kind of look at it.
It's very hard to do. It's something that you have to work at all the time. I mean, most of everybody who knows me think I have the emotional span of a flea.
which is not true. It's
Not
just
the people
it's
who
just
truly know
suppressed.
you.
A tick, maybe, but
Yeah,
not a flea.
a little bigger than a flea.
Right, yeah, not a flea.
We moved up on the ladder of bloodsuckers.
Well,
This is an interesting evolution here.
Me, I just go all Hulk smash, you know.
Yeah,
It's
you're
like,
Hulk smash.
Was that one of our words?
Yes, it was one of our
Wow,
words.
look at us. Wow, we're
Words
really
is hard. I'm
yeah.
so glad I bought 1600 through 1800.
Wow.
That's a lot of words. It's a touchy subject.
Well, there is, but I don't care. I have. It's like everyone has their opinions, and you're allowed to have your opinions.
Yeah.
I go back and forth on it for a couple of different reasons. Number one, make absolutely sure that we have the right person.
Well, this is assuming 100% wrong person. I mean, right person.
Right person. Yeah.
Wrong thing.
Then I don't have a problem with it. I would kind of leave that up to the family.
Yeah.
Of the surviving family of the victim. What do you want to see happen?
Yeah.
You know, some of them are like me. All I need is 5 minutes in hit with him with a baseball bat, and I'll knock on the door when I'm done, and I'm okay with that too.
Yeah.
You know, it's whatever the family wants. If the family goes, no, we just want to see him rot. That's fine too.
Yeah. I mean, is that equal punishment? Do you think that is rotting away?
My problem with that is this guy or girl, because you know,
or whatever, or
whatever. Although I don't think there are too many of those yet, but I'm sure there are a couple. Anyway, I mean, in there, they got their own stuff to deal with. They're too busy being mass murderers.
Little thing called
and most of them
murder.
are much nicer people anyway, so you don't have to worry about that. They're much nicer than normal people a lot of times. But anyway, my problem with that is why do we have to pay to keep them alive?
That's what I'm saying. Clear it out. Think all the money you'll save.
Well,
how much does it cost?
Oh, it costs a lot. But
what
my theory or my idea, and some people cringe at this, like they cringe at a Saw movie, or they cringe at any of these. You know, it's like, well, you know, these people should really give back to society. I'm like, we could do this.
What do you want them to give back?
You take them.
Yeah.
You put them in a little cell.
Okay.
Like veal.
Like what?
Veal.
Okay.
That's sad, and I do agree with that. But you keep them. I mean, you can give them plenty of exercise, stuff like that, to keep them healthy.
Right.
But you absolutely, positively isolate them so they cannot get any drugs, cigarettes, booze, anything like that.
Right.
And you get their blood type and DNA, and you put it on file. And the minute some poor kid or somebody needs an organ, and they happen to be a match.
Live harvest. Wow, I never thought of that.
Now,
if that happens on the black market every day.
If it's a kidney, make it work. Make it work for you. Give back to society. You're going to literally give back to society. We need a kidney. Come on.
Yeah,
we need a couple corneas. Well, you're not going anywhere in this cell. You don't need to see anything anymore.
Wow, I never thought of that.
All right. We need a heart. Okay, well, now
we don't need you anymore. Yeah.
Well, and then you just harvest the rest of them and you know, make as many
live
matches
harvest
as you can.
That's an interesting theory. Live harvest.
Madman, at some point, did you at least check your pants? Did you think it was you?
When I
thought it was you.
When I sleep, I don't wear pants, so that really wasn't an issue.
Nice.
He did check the bed.
I'm the type of person.
Okay, good.
I'm the type of person that will have a definite tactical advantage if anybody ever tries to break into the house in the middle of the night.
How so?
Because they might be roaming through the house and they're going to be confronted with a naked guy with a really big gun.
Ooh.
And a little tiny penis, but that's besides the point. But I'm just saying, it's like they'll see me standing there naked and they'll be like, what
they'll
the
see
hell?
That penis and they'll run.
Yeah. They don't know if that penis is loaded.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Yeah.
Yeah, unlike Alec Baldwin, trust me, I know mine's loaded.
Yeah.
The gun. I'm talking about the gun, not the other thing. Yeah, at my age, not so much, but I'm talking about the actual firearm this time. But
see, I always grew up that firearm safety was paramount, so I have quite a few problems with this.
Oh, that whole thing?
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
There's-
the Alec Baldwin
There were
thing.
so many mistakes made in that. First of all, there is no reason on God's green earth or hell down below that there should have been any live ammunition on that set.
If you love listening to our show, consider joining one of our membership plans on our Patreon page. Membership starting as low as $1.99 a month will greatly help to support the production of this show and will help us to continue making it better. To show our thanks and appreciation, we've made our shows ad-free to all memberships. Head on over to patreon.com/PSNORKIS and check out all of our available plans. Link in the description.
That makes you wonder. I mean, how does that even happen?
Well, I have heard.
carelessness.
I have actually heard stories that, especially with westerns, out where they film out in the desert, stuff like that. In between takes, when they're on break and cameras aren't rolling, it's like, hey, come on, let's actually shoot a couple cans with these things because I've never handled it like an old single action cowboy gun, and they'll actually blow a few shots off, which. Okay, technically, yeah, you can do if you have the right, but it's not a good idea to have anything. It's like when I clean one of my firearms, the room I'm cleaning in, there is no live ammunition.
No, that's a big rule.
I clean down here, downstairs here. The live ammunition is upstairs. I don't even have it on the same floor, let alone the same room. That way, there's absolutely no way anything can happen.
We've gotten it down so bad that I am an instructor.
Yeah, you're an NRA instructor. Instructor.
Yeah. I'm an instructor who is NRA.
Instructress?
I'm not sure.
Instructress, because you're
Instructress.
Female? Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
I'm an instructor who is NRA certified.
Like that. Thank you.
And I make sure.
I got Webster tapped
even
across my
if I
app.
have the most inept student imaginable, which I've had a few over the years, there is no food in the chamber, none whatsoever. You don't work around food, but I use food as an analogy because it seems to impress upon people that it's not supposed to have anything in it. I can't fathom that. How do you not know? You know, because we take these zip ties and they're fluorescent colored so that we know there is nothing in that chamber.
Well, yeah, because you run it through the barrel,
Absolutely.
barrel of the weapon and out through the chamber.
Firearm.
With
Weapon is negative connotation.
Locked. Oh, okay.
I do.
All right. I was always called a weapon, not a gun, but okay, firearm.
Firearm.
Because gun, technically, the term gun really refers to like the big cannons and stuff like that on a ship.
I agree with you.
Or
but
artillery in the field.
Seeing
guns.
some
But
very
anyway,
lazy journalists lately.
You put that wire tie through the barrel, out through the chamber, so obviously there's nothing in it. Otherwise, that wire tie wouldn't be coming through, and then you can't even close the chamber.
That is correct.
The chamber has to stay open, so you can always visually inspect. Absolutely.
You know.
So they weren't properly trained in any way.
Well, just look at the prosecutor for the Kyle Rittenhouse case.
Oh, we'll get to that in a minute.
Ooh.
We'll get to that in a minute. We tried something different while we were down there. You know, we tried to do a show. No, my God, where the hell did that come from?
There's something new. Oh, that's not new. Sorry.
I was talking about we tried to broadcast or tape a show down there.
That's right.
Well, broadcast really isn't the proper way to say it because we're not broadcasting. We're taping a show and then running it. So technically, it's not really a broadcast, but
some people call it swinging.
My God!
Just saying.
Wow.
Do you have anything to share with the podcast today?
I do not.
Doctor?
Obviously.
Because I feel like this has come up a couple times. I'm wondering if maybe you have questions or an experience.
Or a new girlfriend.
Something new.
A safe word, something.
Or a new girlfriend. He's got one or the other.
Safe word.
I don't think Tom Hanks went to space technically.
He did.
Yeah.
No.
No. I thought he did.
That was a movie.
No.
Yeah.
I heard he paid to go into space.
No. Bezos offered him to be one of his first customers. He goes, I'm not paying $36 million to go.
I
up
already
there.
paid for Prime. What else do you want, Jeff?
He was already there in the movies.
Yeah,
You have to go up there for it.
he said no.
Yeah.
I said,
Oh,
he says, I've got
William
the money,
Shatner.
but no.
Yeah, Shatner.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
Shatner did.
thinking
You're
of.
right.
It was
Yeah.
William Shatner, and I should have known that because of how dramatic he is. Oh,
But he did go up.
I love William
Shatner,
Shatner.
he went up.
If
He was on that
truly
rocket.
that there
I
was
still trying to get over.
I knew you'd be stuck on that one. No, I knew.
it was though.
Wow.
Anyone like, how do you pay so much money and not have that be such an obvious statement to how insecure you are as a man?
It looks so phallic.
Like that's incredibly.
I mean, maybe
that's
it was
incredibly
aerodynamic.
phallic.
It was very.
I've seen a
aerodynamic.
lot of aerodynamic
I'm
things.
just saying.
I've seen a helicopter that wasn't aerodynamic. Like this is not the best way this could have been. I really think the design could be improved both for that rocket as well as what it was representing. I have a lot of feedback.
Back when I was a kid, there was a Japanese television show in black and white at the time called Johnny Sacco and his flying robot. Now we have what's Bezos' first name? I just forgot. Jeff Bezos
Jeffrey.
and his rocket.
Oh my goodness.
Dun, dun,
You know what,
dun.
though? I got to say, the timing of him going to space was rather excellent. As somebody who's gone through a divorce myself, I can tell you there's absolutely no better alternative than divorcing someone, winning alimony and half their assets.
Actually, a little bit, yes.
He really does. Like, there's
Yeah.
something about the shape of his head where it's like, wow.
How did we get from birthdays to this rocket?
This is what we do.
I needed to talk about it with somebody because the last time I tried to talk to a friend about it, he inhaled Coca-Cola up his nose and then it all shot out of his mouth and I wasn't allowed to talk to him for a week.
Yeah.
So I decided since you guys are literally a
Boundaries.
captive audience, now you can't escape.
You're
So
killing Madman over there.
he'll be fine.
He's all,
I saw
all
CPR
about-
once on a movie. I know what to do.
You're making Madman want to get into astronomy.
I'm already into astronomy.
Well, happy birthday, whoever we were
I
talking about.
don't even know now.
Happy
remember.
birthday, Dick Van Dyke.
Dick
Van Dyke.
All right.
Happy
That's it,
birthday,
that's
Jennifer
it.
Connelly.
Not to be confused with the rocket.
Yes, no, that's a separate. But there's a phrase about boiling water, essentially, and the
Watch
frog.
pot
The
never
frog.
boils.
No,
No,
the
no.
frog in the.
The
Put a
frog-
frog
yes.
in the water and you
Oh.
slowly heat the
Yeah,
water.
if you
At
slowly
first
heat it up,
feels
he'll
good.
stay in there.
Everything will
If
stay
you
in
throw
there
him in
because
the
they won't
pot,
realize
he'll
that
jump.
Yeah, he'll
eventually,
jump right out.
slightly degree by degree, don't
And
realize
that's
you're
what we're
boiling
seeing
to
here
death.
is
Yeah.
that,
to
that
death, yep.
gradual step-by-step infringement upon people's personal rights.
Across
You
the
don't
world.
see them
Across
doing
the
this
world. Right.
with the flu, even though the flu has killed many more people than all of the variants of the coronavirus has thus far.
It's actually the same way you make tortoise soup. It's just, but they were using a frog.
You're not allowed to make tortoise soup
Wow,
anymore.
you're not
They're
allowed?
endangered, aren't they?
They're in danger, but they're so good.
I know they're delicious.
Never had it. Really?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Oh, I
Yeah.
love turtle soup.
What?
Yeah.
I've never heard anyone say, "Give me turtle soup," because it's.
Is it turtle or tortoise? Because those are different.
That is true. Yeah, turtle soup you can still get
Oh, they're
because
just
it's
spelled different,
common
but
turtles.
I'm sure they taste the same.
Usually, snappy turtles is the
Snapping
one
turtle,
is the one
yeah.
they use. So
Which is fine by me
Yeah, because
having interacted with several snapping turtles,
You want them slaughtered.
I'm not great with them, no. And I've the only time I ever interact with a turtle is when I'm trying to pick it up and move it across the road.
Yeah.
I really like wildlife. I'm a big, I'll break for squirrels and stuff like that. And within
Not
reason.
me.
Like
I'm
I'm
drop
not
them
gonna,
off at the mayor's yard.
I'm not gonna do anything
I'll break-
crazy that'll put
I
people's
break for
lives in
anything
danger.
that has four legs.
Not me.
Squirrels.
No.
Yeah, any type of animal that has four legs. If it's only
not me.
got two legs, it depends.
Squirrel. If you're
Depends on if I'm in a hurry or not.
If you're trying to make it, good luck to you.
Yeah.
But cat
I'll
walking
pull
across.
over.
Oh, accelerator down. Just saying.
Stop
So
it! You
dead
know
cat.
I love cats.
Nope.
Damn
Cats
it.
are the worst. You heard
I'm
it
gonna
here
leave
first.
a horse head on your porch.
Yeah, that's all right. That's got four legs. Don't touch that. I'm just saying.
No, but the only time I interact with snapping turtles is when I'm trying to move them across the road, and they're jerks about it. Dude, I'm helping you. You're in the way.
I understand.
The only time I really interact with turtles is when I come in for shoveling snow after 2 hours.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. I understand. Those two, not so much. I understand.
Petey would know it
Yeah.
because she's been there. Yeah.
She's nursed it back to health.
Oh my God.
And there it is.
Oh.
And that's got four
And we're
legs.
off.
Oh my God.
Sometimes she just talks dirty to it, and right away,
Dear
it's-
God.
the turtle's back to normal.